I can't believe there's a weapon out there powerful enough to level guerrilla fortress like that. I didn't think you could get much more powerful than those railway guns. Yeah, having seen the railway guns in person, I can hardly believe it myself. There are rumours that whatever weapon it is, it's managed to fend off the armoured division several times too. Still, I can't help but wonder what the Chancellor is going to say in his national address. Whatever it is, I have a feeling it's going to shake up things around here. This is a military academy after all. Who knows, we might even see active duty. Even as an engineer, I doubt they'd make an exception for me. Could be that my lazy days tinkering with mobile bikes are numbered. Ah, don't say that, George. Well, no point stressing out too much about the future till we're there. I didn't mean to be a downer about it, so go on and listen to the broadcast. But don't worry yourself too much, okay? This country may go through a lot in the coming years, but ultimately we have a say in our future. That's a good way to look at it. I don't want to look away from what's happening. We have to be aware of our present to take. We have to be aware of our present to take charge of our future. But anyway, you wouldn't happen to know where Crow is, would you? He hasn't showed up to class today. Crow? Yeah, you can't say I do. He came by yesterday with a box of things he bought for me, but he never mentioned having any plans today. Dang. Anyway, I'll keep asking around to see if anyone else knows where he is. Well, knowing Crow, he's probably just wandering around somewhere. Just keep looking around, and I'm sure you'll run into him. Will do. Thanks, George. Knowing Crow, that's not such a far-fetched idea, actually. He really is rather good at playing hooky. Okay, so, I've got no fucking clue. Ah, I was meant to have talked to Toa. There's a little red exclamation mark next to Toa in the student union. I completely ignored that and went straight to the engineering building. I didn't even notice that was there. But maybe she knows where Crow is. George did seem to believe that whatever's going on with Crow, he's probably not far away. In that he's probably hiding somewhere or fell asleep. It is Crow after all, but you know. Hey Toa. Oh, Reed. Ah, here you are. Yep, student council will be passing up radios for every classroom, so I'm trying to figure that out at the moment. Are you planning on listening to the Chancellor's statement after all? How could we not? He's supposed to be addressing the entire country after all. Huh. Yeah, whatever it's about, it's gonna be something big. I don't think anyone could have imagined the relationship between Crossbow and Erebonia going south quite like this. I sure hope Angie's okay with all this political turmoil right now. So what? Sorry about that. I'm the student council president. I need to stay focused on what's going on here, right here, right now. Angie would laugh at me if she could see me getting distracted over there anyway. Yeah, that's right. We gotta focus on getting through this. Still, don't try to take on more than you can handle. I'm not the only one ready to give you a hand if you need it. Will do. Thanks. Oh yeah, why were you looking for me in the first place? Right, almost forgot. Do you have any idea where Crow might have gone? Crow? Nope, afraid not. He didn't mention that you had anywhere to go when I talked to him yesterday at least. Was yesterday the last time you saw him? Yeah, he was giving me back some of the stuff he borrowed from me since graduation's getting so close. That was nice of him, but then he gave me everything he borrowed from Angie too. Yeah, it's only polite to give back the stuff you borrowed in person, and now it's more work for me. Well, it is a very cruel thing to do. Well, I'll keep asking around to find out if anyone else knows where he's gone. Sounds like a good idea. Oh, but make sure you're back in your classroom by noon, okay? Oh, of course. Guess I'll see what the old schoolhouse, since nobody else has any exclamation marks, right? Nope. Alright. Oh god, I really should not fucking get up in the morning if I've been up all night. God. I feel old as fuck. Anyway. So, no one's seen Crow, and he seems to have returned all the stuff he borrowed. Although I do find it rather amusing, he returned the 50 meter to fucking Reno and was like, yeah, you do know there was interest, right? You're not getting out of this that easily. Anyway, it seems like we're meant to go here for some odd reason. Don't quite know why. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened here in the old schoolhouse since that night. We kind of ended up pushing it to the back of our minds, what with the way things have been going at Crossbell. Huh? It's unlocked? I wonder if someone's already inside. George is in the engineering building right now, so it can't be him. If any of the other students just idly wandered in here, they'd be in real danger. I should probably take a look inside just in case. I checked around inside the old schoolhouse, but there didn't seem to be anyone around. But all the same, I didn't want a chance leaving anyone down here, so I decided to check out the 7th floor. I do wonder what's going on in here, but I've no idea. Milliam?
Oh, Rean! Come to take a sneak peek too?
Is this where you've been the whole time? You do know we have class, right?
Oh. Dang, I knew I was forgetting something.
Honestly. So, what piqued your interest? It doesn't look like this thing has anything in common we ought to get.
I don't know. I can't shake the feeling that it might, at least a little. Not the same, but like they share some kind of underlying principle.
I've got no idea what the hell you're on.
I guess you wouldn't really understand without being connected. But now it makes sense why Gramps asked me to keep an eye on this place, though. I had no idea there'd be something this cool down here.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Chancellor Osborne? Did you know there was something like this here?
Not really sure. He just asked me to keep an eye on the building itself. And said to let him know if anything unusual happened. Whoopsie! That was supposed to be confidential.
So the Chancellor has an interest in our quaint old schoolhouse, does he? We did just find out that Captain Clare is a Thor's graduate, but...
Hey, what you thinking about?
Say, Melio, was investigating the old schoolhouse the reason you enrolled at the academy?
Well, sorta, but it was more of a side thing. There was a more important reason, but that kinda stopped being a concern. So I guess it's just this now.
Something more important than this? Not sure what she's getting at. Doesn't sound like she's trying to hide something important from me, though.
Oh yeah! It's almost time for Gramps' speech, isn't it? I guess I should head back and listen to him drone on.
Oh, so you already knew about that. We were all planning to listen to it in the classroom.
Sweet! I'll just listen with you guys then. What are we waiting for? Let's go!
Nothing keeps you down for long, does it? Oh yeah, you ever seen Crow around anywhere?
Huh? Nope. Is he cutting class too?
Well, he's probably just hiding out somewhere on campus. None of the others have seen him either, though. I wonder if he went into town.
Huh. Maybe. Wanna try looking around, Trista? I'll come with you.
Sounds like a good idea. If he's not in the school grounds, chances are he's somewhere in town. Alright, let's see if we can find him. Alright, guess we're going to tab. I wonder if that means I do have time to talk to everybody. Might not be such a bad idea. To go or not to go is a good question. Nah, I reckon we should behave. Let's look at Untrusted. We need to find Crow first. The rest of them are all fine. They seem fine, they were in class. I don't know, something bad is definitely going on, but I can't quite put my finger on it. But whatever. Crow's probably being Crow. Watch, we'll find him like a... I don't know. I just hope he's not teaching the kids in town to gamble or anything. It is Crow, so there is the option. I don't know. Okay, so are we gonna track down Crow? Might as well. I guess we should start with the dorms first. Maybe Shannon knows where he's gone. Okie dokie. Maybe. Let's go. The kids that aren't here seem to be doing alright, so Crow isn't teaching them to gamble. Or he's rather good at it and he's not told them to tell me. That might also be a possibility. I don't know. Oh, I was expecting to see either of you back so early. Welcome home. Hello again, Sharon. We're back! It seems all of your classes have been cancelled for today. I'd heard from Lady Sada that you would be remaining on the campus, though. Well, that was the plan. Say, Crow hasn't been back yet, has he? Master Crow actually just returned a short while ago. Oh, he did? Indeed. However, I don't believe he stayed long. It seems he was here just long enough to go to his room, then he left again. Sounds like we just missed him. Maybe he forgot something here and came back to pick it up. I don't know. Maybe we should check his room just in case. Yeah, might as well while we're here. Well, if you need anything, just let me know. Thanks, Sharon. Anything shiny mail-wise? Nah. Aw. Oh well. Sharon, no biggie, I'm gonna check it out. Now, seeing as how it's Crow, you think he left his late card or something, did he? Looks like he did go out there. Still, I think this room's awfully tidy. I mean, for Crow. Well, he was supposed to be moving out of here fairly soon. He must be doing some cleaning. Anyway, it's almost noon. I guess we just have to head back to the classroom empty-handed for now. Yep, it's almost time for Graps's speech. Still, I wonder where Crow went. Yeah, no one else around here I haven't checked, is there? I don't know. Don't think so. I mean, we did. Billy was really right. Fucking hell, this place is... It's like he... There's nothing in there. Sounds like he wasn't fucking using the room. Weird. I don't think we missed anywhere important. Have we? I mean, we did run just, like, run straight here, but... No, I don't think we missed anything. At least, nothing comes to mind. I don't know, my memory's like a sieve, so I've just been following the icons for a while. How would you? Patrick, what are you doing here? I thought you would have gone back home by now. Well, we don't have any classes today, so I was just resting in my room. Sure, I've been told to return home, repeatedly at this point. But as a member of the Four Great Houses, what dignity would I have if I were to turn tail and run home at a time like this? Don't underestimate me, Schwarzer. Oh, wow. Would dream of it. Is class 1 planning on listening to the national address too? We are. Personally, I can't stand the man, but we are in the middle of a national crisis. Those of us who elected to remain at the academy are having a radio set up to hear the broadcast together. Ah, right. You've got some strange classmates though, especially last second year. I know Heimdall's not that far from Dresden, but I'm not sure why he'd bother going to hear the speech in person. What are you talking about? That Crow fellow. I met him outside the station this morning. Huh? Really? Oh, he didn't tell you? When I inquired, he said he wanted to hear the Chancellor's speech in person. Huh, wouldn't have expected him to suddenly take an interest in politics. Well, at least we know where he went now. Haven't a clue what you're blabbering on about, though. Anyway, it's almost noon now. Shouldn't you be running along? You missed the broadcast. Oh yeah, you're right. Let's get going, William. Everyone else is waiting in the classroom. Okay.
The clock's about to strike noon in Heimdall, with the Chancellor set to take the stage for his national address. With the situation in Crossbell and the destruction of Gorelia Fortress still fresh in the national consciousness, the message he has today will undoubtedly shape the future of Erebonia and with it, our lives. A reporter is joining us now live from Dreikel's Plaza.
Sounds like he's about to start.
Oh, I hate this. I've got butterflies in my stomach.
This is Misty, coming to you live from Heimdall.
Huh?
Why is Misty...
Oh, it's the host from Abentime.
At least that's a reassuring voice to hear at a time like this.
How? Emma? What's wrong?
The woman talking on the radio, she's... You all know her?
Who, Misty? Of course. She hosts the radio show Abentime every Sunday night at 9.
I've seen her out and about in Trista too. She always looks so fashionable. Though, considering Abentime is broadcast by Radio Trista, it makes sense that's where she'd be.
Huh?
Do you know her or something?
The Chancellor's standing at the podium, and it looks like he's about ready to begin. Let's hear what he has to say.
Citizens of Heimdall, fellow countrymen, Erebonians far and wide, I thank you for your attention. I am Gileath Osborne, your Chancellor and the acting representative of the Imperial Government. We stand today in the face of an uncertain future. All of you, I'm sure, are aware of what has transpired in recent weeks. Crossbell, our erstwhile province, has defiantly declared its independence, and as its parting shot, frozen the assets entrusted to them by the hard-working men and women of Erebonia. As we have moved to safeguard our national interests, armed conflicts have broken out on our borders. Our enemies point to this as an example of Erebonian aggression, but nothing could be further from the truth. We acted in accordance with our duties as a colonial power. All we have done as is our sovereign right. The Imperial hand may be firm, but it is fair. These traitors, however, have shown the world that they are neither. With an unknown weapon of mass destruction, they have annihilated Gorelia Fortress, the stronghold that has long protected the very gates of this country. I ask you, brothers and sisters of the Empire, do we allow such an odious act to go unpunished? Do we sit idle as the pride and dignity of our great nation is spat upon and trampled underfoot? We cannot, we must not, and we will not. With blood and with iron we shall mete out justice!
Listen to him go.
Oh, he's quite the orator, that's for sure.
Well, he's certainly not out to upend my expectations.
Milliam? What are you doing?
Nope, can't get through. No surprise there, I guess.
Who are you trying to call?
What is all this about?
Oh, it's part of my mission. The most important part, actually. If only I'd caught on a little sooner. But considering he managed to outwit Claire, Lecter, and even Gramps, I suppose Crow's earned this victory.
What? What does Crow have to do with this?
Huh?
Huh. So that's your angle. You came because you had a potential lead on C and you couldn't look into it from the outside. Is that it?
What? As in the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front?
But he's dead, isn't he? The Intelligence Division looked at all of C's actions so far and drew up a list of potential suspects. And one possibility we couldn't dismiss was that he had ties to this academy somehow. But after C and his cronies got blown up aboard their airship in the mine, we thought it was a moot point. Looks like we spoke too soon, though. I can't believe how bad we screwed this up.
Are you seriously suggesting that it's Crow? That it's been him all along?
Crow was with us in the mine right up until he went with the miners to escort them back to the surface, right?
Yeah, and then his route back ended up blocked off by a cave-in, so he wasn't able to reach us until later.
But what if he actually used another route to get there ahead of us?
Then fought us wearing that masked helmet and cape.
Before making it look like he boarded the airship, then sneaking back to them to join the others like nothing happened.
Madness. No one would stake their entire plan on such a precarious stunt.
Perhaps we can read the evidence that way, but there are a few leaps in logic that bother me.
Besides, remember when the terrorists escaped from Gorelia Fortress? We heard C talking to us. And not just then. He was addressing us just before the airship exploded in the mine, too.
That's true, on both counts.
And Crow was with us the whole time during everything that went down in Gorelia. He never left our sight.
Right. No mistaking it.
My name is C, leader of the Imperial Liberation Front. The Hammer of Judgment shall fall again. I'm ready. Are you?
Yeah, there's no way he could be...
He could have recorded a message in advance and played it back.
Oh...
And the airship that exploded? It could have been controlled remotely. His alibi seems airtight. But once you account for things like that, it starts looking pretty questionable.
Yep. And if C's still alive, that means the other ringleaders probably are too.
Then right now, Crow is...
Oh no.
He said he was headed to Dreikel's Plaza, didn't he?
If a skilled sniper has their eye on you, you let your guard down for even a second and bang, you're dead. If he's the one who shot down the airship in the mine...
Then it's checkmate for the Chancellor. Crow's already won.
We stand at the brink of nothing less than a national crisis.
In such tumultuous times, we must set aside our differences. We must look past the ideologies that divide us. I will not deny the rift that has grown between the reformist and noble factions, especially in recent times. But how childish, how insignificant such squabbles seem when the enemy marshals its strength beyond our borders. I have met with His Majesty the Emperor, and have secured permission to embark on the course we now must. Thus, in the name of the Emperor, and as the representative of the Imperial Government, I hereby proclaim
that the Empire's full military might shall be gathered together from all branches and divisions to deliver unto Crossbell a swift response to their impudence and to form a bulwark against the threat from the eastern.
Go finish your speech in hell.
well played, Armbrust.
The Chancellor!
Well, that was anticlimactic. And there's our coup de grace. Now, just have to add the finishing touches.
Hands in the air!
It really was you all along. To think, all the time we spent searching for the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front, and he was right under our noses. Crow Armbrust from the Jirai SEZ.
Aw, and here I thought I'd managed to cover my tracks like a real pro. So, who put all the pieces together? I bet it was Arundel, wasn't it?
We just received confirmation a short while ago. If you hadn't been so difficult to pin down, we would have had this investigation finished up already. How could you? How could you?
You know, this really brings back the memories. It's a lot like when Jirai was annexed by the Empire 8 years ago. You let your guard down, you lose. That's how your boss's favorite little game works, isn't it? Well, he lost. And now he won't be playing any of his games again. Ever.
You! Get on the ground! I don't know how you managed to plan all of this, but you'll tell us eventually. I'll see to that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just witnessed a shocking turn of events. Chancellor Osborne has been shot by an unknown assailant. He's currently being rushed into urgent care. We'll bring you more on the situation as it develops.
It's coming closer.
It looks like we may not be out of the woods yet, folks. A large silver craft has been sighted in the sky to the south, and it seems to be headed toward the capital. But hearing a radio broadcast just isn't the same as seeing it unfold yourselves, is it? So how about I give you Thor students a special treat? Just my way of saying thanks for the fun I had at the festival.
Wait, what's she talking about?
Was she speaking directly to us just now?
Resound, resound, O voice everlasting! Rend night's silent veil and reveal unto all the beautiful world!
What the?
Isn't that the plaza in Heimdall?
This is one of the Azure Abyss's incantations, Phantasmagoria.
What even is that thing? I don't know, but it ain't one of ours. It's time to avenge His Excellency. Fire! Huh? Where did it? What? Ah, fuck.
What are those things?
Humanoid combat armors, courtesy of Reinford's 5th Development Division, staunch supporters of the Noble Alliance. Knights for the modern age, modeled after a stunning historical example and made of hardened steel from toe to crown. We call them the Panzer Soldats.
But how did... Don't move!
Sorry, I don't take orders from you. Zephyr should be able to secure Valflame Palace just fine on their own. But I've got my own score to settle.
No! What?
See ya, Icy Maiden.
Huh. Man, was that a bit of a letdown, huh? I'll give him an A for effort. But we're talking about the Imperial capital there. Is that the best they could muster on their home turf? The hard part's still ahead. Most of the Imperial Army is putting out fires across the country. But they'll be back here soon enough now, and who knows? They might have some anti-Soldat countermeasures up their sleeves. Anything can happen, right? Guess the ones to watch for are the 3rd, 4th, and 7th Armored Divisions, huh? I wonder whose side our little princess will take. That's for Fia to decide. Boss would have wanted it that way.
Splendidly done, Grianos. I see you were able to share the sweetest notes of my aria with our little friends.
I find myself reminded afresh of the brilliance which you shine as the second Anguis, Lady Vita Coltine. Vast is the stage and beauteous the performance of the Azure Abyss.
That's quite the compliment, considering your standards on beauty. Still, first Liberl, then Crossbell, and now here in Erebonia. Don't you think you're getting a little too greedy for your own good?
Your chastisements cut deep. We'll be proceeding with the next step of the Phantasmal Blaze plan, I presume?
Yes, indeed. The bells are tolling for Crossbell, and preparations here are complete. Still, even this grand an undertaking is but a jewel in a greater crown. The second stage of the Orpheus final plan.
The symphony awaits us. Let the second movement commence.